Our speaker next is Adeze. Adeze is the convener of Adeze Automate. You could have heard Favor mentioning, go to YouTube, search her Adeze's YouTube channel. She has a lot of resources there, and she shared a lot of resources about Upwork, about freelancing in general. And men and brethren, it's our honor to make welcome Adeze Nnamdi. Can we do drum rolls? Drum rolls, drum rolls. It took her a lot to be here, so yes.
Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can. We can.
Good evening, everybody. How are we doing?
I'm fine. We are fine. Let me answer for us.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here. And yeah, I enjoyed Favor session a little too much that I didn't want her to end. I wanted her to keep talking so that I could hear her talk the more. Favor is also somebody that inspires me too. So thank you, Favor, for your session. So good evening, everybody. My name is Adeze, like I've been introduced, and I'm a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. I'm an AI automation specialist, and I wear many hats. I'm also an AI automation coach. Like I can be everything and anything. Depends on where the money is coming from. So today, I want to talk to you about how to stand out. What are the things you need to do to stand out, and what will help you break through or become better at what you do as a freelancer? And I'm going to start by saying you have to do things differently from how others are doing it. And this is what I mean. You cannot compare someone who spends 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours to do a certain kind of task over somebody who spends more time. Now, this is the psychology to it. The more time you spend in research, working and drilling yourself, the less time you spend when you have to do the real work. I'm going to take that again. The more time you spend in secret place to learn and sharpen your skills, by the time a real job would come, you will spend less time. I mean, if I when I started my automation journey, I used to spend 10 hours every single day to practice. So you cannot expect me, who spends that long hours of time to do things differently, to get results with someone else who is taking an hour, 30 minutes. We can't be the same. We can't, right? So for you, I will always say the first step to standing out is creating the time to do things audaciously. I mean, if you must be different, you must have mad audacity. Not just audacity, your audacity must come with madness. I'm not saying you should be literally mad on the streets. I'm trying to say you will not just do things audaciously. You must do that thing audaciously different from how others are doing it. People who are doing well are people that are people not doing things the way every regular person is doing it. And one thing I knew that I needed to do differently was that I had to create time. Like I could wake up in the morning before I have breakfast, because whenever I eat, I feel very, very lazy. I feel very tired to start my day, right? So I make sure to read first. And when I've read for maybe 2 to 3 hours or 2 to 4 hours, depending on how my energy allows me, I eat. I try to read again. If I feel sleepy, I compensate myself with sleep. I say, if I've tried, I'll go and sleep, wake up, and I'm on to it again. But what I'm trying to say in summary is that if you must stand out in an industry, and this is what many people might not tell you, not because they're hiding updates, but they might not have really even noticed that that is what has reformed them. Every person that is doing well out there, watch them or ask them this question: how many hours do you commit every day to sharpen your skill or upskill? You'll be shocked at the amount of time they dedicate to research, they dedicate to practice, they dedicate to do things differently. So when you now see them sharing, I'm happy to, on LinkedIn, you will now feel like it's fake life. But they don't even owe you what they do in secrets, right? But this is me telling you that these are some of the things that reform you to help you stand out, right? Then another thing is that I don't know if everybody here are AI automation people, but I'm just going to go ahead and just say this in a general form. If you want to stand out in an industry, make sure that whatever software, whatever tool, whatever thing you're using to serve your clients, you are not just you don't just say you know it by mouth. You know it exceptionally. Now, there are people, let's take Monday.com for instance. There are people that use Monday.com, and there are people that when you hear the things they do in Monday.com, you will first sit down and ask yourself, is this the same Monday.com? Maybe Monday.com have released another version that they did not make available to the public. That's because the other person who has gone out of their way to do amazingly good things with that tool took out their time to probably research, took out their time to probably find from someone else, and decided to build on that knowledge. But one thing you should know is that a client will always pick an outstanding person from the regular Joe. They will go for who stands out in whatever their craft is. And these are the only ways you can. It's not enough to say you have learned how to link table, learn to use scripting, learn to do automation. I'm an Airtable expert. Bro, it's more than that. You have to learn how you will not just do all those. It's okay to have the preambles of all of this, but the next thing you should be thinking to do is that, how do I use this thing to solve problem? And this is where the problem comes up. When you present yourself on social media in the name of building in public, you do it in a manner like, I built this, but you don't build it in a manner of, I have just solved a problem. Clients are, for anybody to hire you, they hire you because they have a problem that they want you to fix. Nobody hires you because you are very pretty and they don't want you to do anything. Just come and be chopping my money. That one already has ulterior motive. But people will hire you because they have a problem and they need a solution. So how do you then now want to stand out and show a client that you can serve them when you've not even helped? So many at times, clients don't even know that they have problem. You have to create problem for them so that you can have solutions to offer them. So when you start building in public, you have to start telling yourself that if I want to present this project, I know that I built this thing as a demo, but this secret is just between me and my laptop. Nobody else in this world needs to know that this is a demo. How do I present this thing? Ask yourself. That's why when you're building a project, the first thing that should come to your mind is that this project I'm building, what problem does it solve? When you answer that question, you are able to craft out a problem scenario in your head and be able to deliver that project. So many of you were asking about how your portfolio should look like. I'm going to say this now, and what I want to say covers for how to create both your portfolio and how to also build in public, like written form kind of post, right? Your post or your video portfolio should start with mentioning the problem the client had. After mentioning what the problem was, you've created curiosity for people to say, okay, if this was the problem, how did you fix it? You mention the problem, you mention your solution, and mention the results your solution has provided. Many of you, or some of you, might know me on LinkedIn, but I can promise you, none of you might be able to differentiate the jobs I have genuinely done for clients from the one that are demo projects. There are times I actually narrate real life experience I've had with clients as a post to maybe show what I have built. But you can't even tell the difference. You can't really know if this one she posted, is it true clients she did it for? Maybe it's one of those scenarios in her head. You can't know because I don't even give you the room to really guess. That is how you should build in public. Come up with story. You are a content creator. I mean, there's a reason why we have fictional stories and non-fictional stories, right? So come up with fictional stories. And when you finish, don't end it with saying, this is just a fiction. You have to water down everything you're trying to build, water down everything you're trying to achieve. Come up with story. It doesn't make you a liar. It's just you giving context to whatever you're trying to build in public. Come up with story. You don't tell me, I'm not good with story. You will learn. And let me tell you, you cannot learn by not doing. You have to first start. Don't worry whether you're making mistake or not. It's not for your consumption. You only improve. I'm a good writer now on Upwork, on LinkedIn now, because there was a time I was writing shitty things. There was a time my writings were not great. But people enjoy my writing now because I have made it consistent, and over time I've known what to improve on. You can never know what you want to improve on when you don't start. A child walks and fall, but the child will never know how to walk if they don't start and fall. Tomorrow, if that child stands up to walk, they will remember that it was the right leg they put in front before the left that made them fall. When they want to walk this time, what would they do? They will attempt to put the left leg in front before the right leg. Maybe if they fall again, the next time they will say, maybe I should not put the legs in between each other. Maybe I should allow this one to stand straight before this one will stand straight. But they will never know how do we fix that if they don't start. So when you tell me I'm not good with creating in public, my dear, I always tell people, don't build in public. Let we that are building in public be packing all the money. When we are finished packing, we can now maybe leave the crumbs for those that are not ready to be building when they are ready. What I'm trying to say in essence is that you have to start learning. And it's okay if nobody reacts on your post. It's okay. Just go and check your impression. The 20 people see it, that should be enough for you. It's okay if they don't react on it. As far as the impression shows that this thing showed up in the faces of so number of people, it shows that people saw it and they read it. That's fine. Now, I used to tell people that if you don't keep doing something, and if you start doing something and you stop along the line just because you were not getting the response you were so desiring, people will easily forget you. I have people that reach out to me to make recommendations for them if they want to hire somebody. Do you know that when they ask for recommendation, the first thing I do is to juggle my memory. And if I juggle my memory will easily remember somebody that did something like that recently, or somebody who has been doing that thing consistently. Does that make sense to us? My memory will not remember somebody who built once and disappeared. My memory will not remember somebody who built today and showed up 3 months later. My memory will never. My memory will easily remember the most recent person that showed up, or the person that has been in my face. Probably that person has even showed up in my face too much, and I'm like, guy, you are doing too much. I'm tired of you seeing you. But when an opportunity comes up, I will remember that person because they've been putting their craft in my eyes. That is one of the things that help you stand out. Now, the thing is that we build in public like we're just making posts. What people don't know is that when you begin to have a craft and you decide to start building in public, you become a personal brand. You don't just become a brand. Now, there are brands that come in form of business brands where your business is selling clothes and it has a business name. That's a business brand. But personal brand is you have carved a niche for yourself that when they are looking for thought leaders that do these specific things, it is connected to your name, to your personality, and to the way you have presented yourself online. And that is what helps you stand out. A person who builds a personal brand will do better than somebody who is just posting things without structure. And that is why people who you could be better than, you could have 100% understanding on his skill, but somebody who has only half that experience or as you would make it big in the same industry with you. Why? Because they have positioned themselves as brand. They have positioned themselves as people that should be recognized in that field. And if you will stay there and say, I'm not building in public, but somebody who doesn't have half the knowledge or half the skill you have will be there, billing and closing deals of $1,000, $2,000. And you are there still telling the client, I will manage $15 if you cannot pay $30. That's because you're not building a brand around yourself. I'm telling you, this is one of the things that help you stand out. I can easily at this point of my life reject jobs that do not align with me without even flinching. I will not even care. The clients will not be like, okay, what do you ask of? What do you want? And there's nothing as sweet as having people come to you for business than for you run. I mean, some of you might have attempted cold emailing. I'm not against cold emailing, but it can be very draining if you're not getting the response you so desire, right? It can be very, very overwhelming. It can be very, very draining. But it's sweet when you have recruiters reaching out to you. You have business owners reaching out to you for you to work with them, right? It makes more sense because you have options. You're not under pressure. Your mind is not hitting and beating fast whether or not they should take you and all that. That's because you have to build a personal brand. And to be honest, personal branding is one of the things that can help you stand out. If I call different niches now, there are some people that will pop up at the top of your brain when I call their names, right? That's because they have been so much in your face and built things. They've not just built in public, they've built in public with useful, helpful posts that has blessed you, that has inspired you, that has helped you gain knowledge, that you feel like, this person is very good in this thing. You also can do it. But the problem I have with you is that you're looking for it to be perfect. Those your faves that are doing well, that have built personal brand, you probably found them at the point of their life when they have evolved and they are better. Probably if you take your time and scroll down their posts, down, you will see that they started not so great like you are about to start. But they would never have gotten to the point where you feel inspired by them if they didn't start at all. I don't know if we're together. I don't know if this is sparking something in your heart, especially with the issue or around the matter of building a personal brand. To be honest, building a personal brand is what will help you stand out. Spending more hours researching, because you cannot come out half-baked and say you want to build a personal brand. It's okay, like I said, it's okay to start with however you are or wherever you feel you are. But when you're waiting for perfection, you will never start. You'll never start. And like I mentioned, you need audacity. Don't feel guilty to slam a price to your craft. The only thing I'll always put as a caveat is that make sure that when you put that price, your skill is worth that price. Favor can slam a price of $50 per hour on her craft. You are a newbie, or you've not even known the efforts Favor has been building to be able to justify that amount she put. And you see her profile and you're like, Favor put $50 per hour. Me self, I can do it too. When to slam it, it will be your eyes her earnings to be rising like yeast in bread that they use yeast to bake, and you'll be like, is it not the same price I put? That's because your strategies and your back ends are not the same. Your strategies and your back ends are not the same. So whenever you now want to, if you now tell yourself that this price I'm earning, I don't like it, I want to be better. This is what I tell myself. I don't like this my price. I want to increase it. What do I do next? I'll tell myself, what skill can I add, or what can I upskill that I will add to my craft that will justify this amount that I want to raise? When I ask myself that question and I realize that I don't have that skill, I go back to the drawing board, craft out a template or a roadmap for myself, and I get to work. So you cannot say you want to increase a price, but your skill set doesn't match the price you want to increase. You probably feel inspired by another person who did. But my question is, do you even know what that person is doing in the back end that justifies their own, that they are getting the results? So you have to also be sure that if truly you have the skill set, don't be afraid to put the price. When you start negotiating with a client, don't explain yourself. They ask you, how much is it to do this thing? You say, it's 500. And the reason why it is 500 is because I will do this, so I will do this, so I will do this. In fact, you see, you should understand me, share you get, but in case you cannot afford it, give me $300. You have spoiled everything. They ask you for your price. I believe that before you get to the point of negotiating your prices with your clients, you must have been in communication with them where you have sold your skill good enough for them to feel like, if we don't hire this person, we've made mistake. So when you people are in communication, you've made suggestion, you've shown them that you're a master of your craft. You show them that you're very good at this thing. You've shown yourself as a thought leader and you've taken charge of the project that they offer. Then when they ask you for your price, you call your price and keep quiet. Even if your mouth is hungering you to open it and talk, swallow saliva to push it down. Keep quiet. Allow them to do the talking from their end. so that you don't water down the efforts that you're looking to negotiate. You cannot say, oh, that price is too much. Why are you giving us that kind of price? Or they say, I'm sorry, I can't afford it. Then you can now come in and say, I quite understand it that's above your budget. But the reason why I said this is the price is because now that is the point you begin to break down what you want to do for them into milestones. This one, I will do this one, and this one will give you this result. So if we are to break this into milestones, this one will be this price. If I'm to do this one, the next one, this will do this one, and this is the price. By the time you've broken them like that, let it be that the summation of all that milestone now comes up to the money. Now you have presented your pricing in valuable form. The clients will no more be saying that, is it not just to do it in Airtable that this person is saying $500? Whereas when you break it into milestone for the client to understand, they'll now see the value. They'll say, oh, if she has to do this and do this and do this, that means it could be they may not say, okay, we'll get back to you, or they'll say, okay, we will consider. Do you understand? So when a client says it's above their budget, don't start rejecting. Sometimes if they still do not agree, you can tell them it's fine. I can do something that accommodates your budget, but we have to reduce the scope. I can afford to do it within the $300 budget you have, but these are the scopes that your budget can take. Right? Let the client not be doing, and that's what I use, whether with clients or anybody. If you come and you price my skill anyhow, I'll tell you no problem. You want to pay, maybe I told you what I want to offer is 30,000, and you come and price it for 10,000. I'll say, okay, no problem. You can pay the 10,000, but I'm going to give you a service that will then cover, or that will be 10K worth. And the person will be like, no, now that is not what I'm trying to say. I'll say, what are you now trying to say? They'll not say, I'm just saying you should be. I'll say, no. If you genuinely want me to be at my best at this job, give me my skills worth. But if you say you want to pay me that, I will not reject the money. I'll take it, but I'm only going to give you something that will accommodate your budget. Watch them begin to come up to your budget or be willing to negotiate. That's the proper way to negotiate with people. Are we together? Hope I'm not too fast. Hope I'm not overwhelming you with a lot of things.
Yes, we are here. My notepad don't full.
Yes, I can't be saying that. You are the one of all. Yeah. Like, I'm going to reiterate again and say that your portfolio should be something that offers solution, right? When you're building your portfolio, especially your video portfolio, you don't start by saying, hi, my name, if people can see how my voice is, Abby. Hi, my name is Adeze, and I'm an automation expert. And in this video, I want to show you how I build. Even me, I will scroll past though. You have to show confidence. It is the confidence you're selling. It is not your voice. If it's my voice, nobody will hire me because I have one of the tiniest voice out there. Nobody would have hired me. It's the confidence in the voice. It's the confidence in the way you speak. Even when the camera is on and you're looking the client face to face. What I used to console myself when I'm in an interview is that this person is a human being now. It's not a dog I'm talking to that will be afraid. It's a human being. So why am I scared what is the word that will happen? The project will not move on. So when you want to build your portfolio, even when you are recording and you are not even facing an interview, tell yourself that you are going to speak. You see how you always shut your mouth when you are talking with your friends. That energy, bring it. That one you use when you want to yab your friends is that energy you should use to record that portfolio. It's not only in your friends' hands you can sharp your mouth to sharp it on the camera too. Bring that energy and start with confidence. Hi, my name is Adeze. I'm an AI automation expert. And in this video, I want to show you the problem this client had. And the problem this client had is so. When they hired me, I came up with a roadmap or with a workflow that would solve the problem. And here is the breakdown of the workflow I have done. I walk them through it. By the time I'm done walking them through it, I will now say, this problem solved, and play with metrics, play with numbers a lot. Either you're mentioning things in percentages, in hours, in money, just mention numbers. I save them 10 hours of time, I increase revenue by 30%. I just play with numbers. It gives more context to whatever you're talking about. And I'm grateful for Favor, who recommended my YouTube channel on how to build a portfolio and how to face interviews. I have videos on my channel on how to face interviews, how to build portfolios, demos, and steps. They will come in very handy for you. When you do that and you keep practicing. Favor said she did her portfolio up to 15 times. Your own might be more, but you can never become perfect in those things if you don't even start. And when you build your portfolio and it doesn't look great, don't say because Adeze said start from anywhere, you go and carry rubbish and put out there, no client to hire you. So if you do it the first time and it's not great, do it again. If you are tired, your maybe the first time your screen did not show when you were recording, you have to start again. The next time your voice was not loud. The next time you use headphone. By the time you do the 20th time and water gather your eye, my dear, cry, clear your eye on your camera again and record that video. You must not give up. Oh. You must keep doing it. Remember I said life rewards the audacious. It is not.
I don't laugh, Taya, sorry.
What I'm trying to say is that these hurdles will find you. Like you will hit a lot of hurdles. And I'm promising you, it is not when you give up that you will conquer. I'm sorry that I'm digressing. I recently started a podcast that Mercy happens to be one of my guests. If I tell you the number of shege I have seen starting that podcast, I nearly shut it down. I said, I'm not doing it again. I lost money. I had people stand me up. I felt a lot of emotions, and I'm like, who even sent me this message? At some point I said, I've not even told the public that I want to do this thing. Let me not even start it at all. But I'll be stupid and foolish to give up because of a challenge. How long will I keep giving up? That is the disposition you should have towards life. The fact that you are okay, you are looking at me now that I'm very, very audacious. I'm well spoken. I can speak well. I can do this. There was once a time my English used to be disaster, but I learned to improve my English. It's not like my English is even great after all, but I learned to improve my English by facing the camera. So this leads me to the point where people say, I don't know how to prepare for interviews, or I don't know how to write portfolio and proposal. That's because you are pampering yourself too much. You are pampering yourself. Why not Kukuma wear yourself pampers since you want to pamper yourself? You're pampering yourself too much. Tell yourself, if I want to...
Sorry, Ada, as you're speaking, a student just came to my DM. I said, network has been frustrating her. What can she do? I resent the link again. I said, join the training because she needs to come and hear this, maybe from your mouth.
Please, network should not kick anybody out because we mean business. I did not come here to... I'm not a preacher of love today. I came to spank everybody that has been playing low all along so that you will wake up, okay? So this might not be your regular kind of what you were expecting. Maybe you were expecting me to come and speak spring English for you. I came here with AK-47 to blow off those self-doubts in you.
Holy Ghost Koboko.
I'm telling you, because after now, I want everybody to wear audacity like Agbada and go out there and build. Do you people understand me? So if you want to improve how to face interview, my dear, face your camera.
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm happy you are with me. You want to improve how you face interviews. I've had people reach out to me. My portfolio, my proposals are great, but when I get to the interview stage, I flop it. You flop it because you've not been practicing. You flop it because you've not been looking at yourself in the camera. Some of you are even ashamed to look at yourself in the camera. If you cannot look at yourself in the camera, is it a client that will be able to look at you? You're not even proud of whom you see in the camera. You're not proud of your voice. You're not proud of the way you speak. And you expect another person to see you and give you an applaud. It can't work. You must be your first cheerleader.
Church, don't finally dismiss.
I'm serious. I listen to my voice. In fact, when I record a video, I'm so obsessed with listening to myself over and over. Because if I don't appreciate myself, I'm not expecting another person to appreciate me. If you feel cringe, keep recording until you don't feel cringe anymore. If you even want to take it a step much higher, record it and post it to the public. Don't just record and keep it in your phone. That is how you improve yourself to be more, what's it called? More outspoken. You people love the confidence at which I'm speaking with you, right? I did not get to this point by saying, I don't like the way. I've had people talk to me and tell me that my voice is annoying. Did that stop me from recording my YouTube videos? I've had people tell me, Ada, your voice is too tiny, it's piercing my ear. I'll say, it will keep piercing it too, and it will come out from the other ear because I will not stop talking because of you. I'll keep showing up. I take constructive criticism. Let your criticism be constructive. I'm not one that will water me down. I've had a woman in the market tell me that I should not be telling myself that I'm beautiful. There's another person that will tell me that I'm beautiful. And I asked her. So if the person is in a bad mood and they say I'm ugly, I'll believe it. Then tomorrow, if the person is the person's birthday and they're in a good mood and they say I'm beautiful, I will believe it. Why does the way I feel have to be in the hands of another person? And that is why many of you are afraid to build in public. You're afraid of what people will say. My dear, people will say and they will move on. The next minute, they are not even thinking of you. And even if they do, it is their cup of tea. I've done audacious things just for me to build in public. Let me even shock you. I've blocked my mother. My mother that comes to me now to tell me that I'm proud of what you're doing on YouTube. I once blocked her before because she said I was posting too much online. It was with her beg. My mother used to beg me to unblock her when she started seeing the results and the money I was making from building in public. There are some things you see when you want to become a better person, and the people who are supposed to support you. I used to give bad advice for a living. Let me just mention it passively, right? If you're doing something and the people that would ordinarily support you are not supporting you, and you're trying to talk to them and they're not listening, my dear, take matters into your hands. Take matters into your hands. So if at this point of my life I could block my own biological mother, please tell me who is in this life that cannot block if you seem like a threat to my building in public. My mother is somebody now that in her office she's telling everybody. My daughter is on YouTube. She has even had coincidence where people talk about me in her office, and she'll be like, that's my daughter. People find it difficult to believe until she begins to show them that pictures of, your parents get to a point where they're proud of you. But it was never like this. Imagine if I now cowered when my mother said I should not build in public or I should stop posting. None of you, in fact, I would not even be here. Messi would probably not have known me. Some of you would never have known me. Just make sure you're not disgracing your family online. As far as you're not disgracing anybody, take matters into your hands. Me, like I told you, it's only bad advice I know how to give. So if you like my bad advice, you collect it. If not, you throw it out of the window. All I'm saying in summary is that do whatever it takes for you to stand out. And one of the things that help you stand out is by building in public. You want to improve in your interviews, talk to your camera, talk to your mirror, talk to a friend. Let your friends even hold mock interviews with you and mock interviews for you. You want to be better at writing your proposal. Start writing on LinkedIn and writing your post with hooks that will help us to click more to read. Abi, you do not know that Upwork proposal is by hooks first before you even consider every other thing in it. You cannot learn how to use hooks when you've not started practicing them in other aspects of your life. You want to learn how to do anything, start by practicing. I've always wanted to be somebody who speaks at global level, at national level, at local level. How did I start building it? By talking to my camera and posting it on YouTube. That singular act has brought me revenues that I did not even think of. I used to tell people that I have 9 streams of income. Out of that 9, 8 are from building in public. Out of my 9 streams of income, 8 are from building in public. The first one is freelancing. That one I get it on Upwork. I don't have to build in public, but my remaining 8 are from building in public. So imagine if I had to play low and say, I don't know what people will think. My dear, what they think will not feed me. What what they think will not sustain me, what they think will not have given me the streams of income or the opportunities I am reaping now. So if you want to stand out, at anything you do, at your craft, at your personal brand, at your skill, you have to start thinking of doing things. So many of you have creative minds, but you are afraid of putting your creativity out because you have already covered it and said, I don't know whether people will like it. Start it. Let people even give you feedback whether or not they like it. First of all, start it and let them say, this thing you started, it be like go make sense. Then you should also have the spirit of discernment to really know when a feedback is constructive or is destructive. Some will give you feedback based off on the way they feel and the way that they feel like it would have been them. Why is it you, right? While some genuinely do care for you, and the easy way I used to sieve out people who genuinely care for me from people who do not, are that those who I feel like genuinely care for me must have at one point in life told me something very good, praised what I have done, said some good, remarkable things about something I have done, so that when you now come back and tell me that, okay, this thing you're doing is not good, I can easily listen to you because there was a time when you were on my side, right? Or you've told me that this thing I did was great. But when all you do is to be sending me, this is the way you do, you should say it good, block it. Not even block him, not even block her, block it. I'm telling you the truth. Whatever it is that would stand in your way of building the brand or building the thing you so desire, block it. I don't care if it's a him or a her, block it. Just do what you need to do to be able to stand out. So if Mercy, aside the fact that me and Mercy knows knew ourselves before I came here, we probably would not have known ourselves if I was not building in public. Some of you might not know me if I was not building in public. So these are the things. And some clients take you more seriously when they've seen that you have a well-structured personal brand. Some clients from Upwork want to check you out on LinkedIn. I have a prospective client that I'm working for where he wants to build a content creation kind of automation. And he was asking me, am I good with content creation? I did not tell him yes or no. Do you know what my response was? I said, I have a YouTube channel with over 3,000 subscribers and a LinkedIn profile with over 7,000 followers. And he was shouting like siren. He said, wow, give me your handle, give me your this thing, he was asking for the links to those places because he wanted to check me out. And when I eventually went to check him out on YouTube, he had 100 and something subscribers. That's because I've now so built a brand for myself, carved a niche for myself that has given me results. And when I was telling him my number of subscribers, I didn't just tell him that. I told him that I have a YouTube channel where I built from 100. I started the year in January with 100 subscribers, and I have built it in the last 10 months to over 3,000 subscribers. Now, the person is looking for somebody who would help them with their content. With what I have told them, I don't even need to pitch anything. I have used myself as a result to let you know that I can do this thing for you. So compare my response or compare me who has interviewed with that client with another person who will shalaye and explain themselves all along. Yes, actually, it will just speak English just to explain themselves that they can help the client, but they don't even have the result to show the client. Sometimes you don't even know you are the results. You don't even realize that you are the results that you will need to show to another person for them to believe you can do that thing. Am I hitting the nail too hard? Should I release the way I'm hitting the hammer, or I should keep hitting more?
Please go ahead. Hit us. Hit us with your nails.
Mercy, please. Please. So, it's not enough to say, I want to build the public to stand out. I want to build the public to stand out. It's enough for you to say, these crafts that I want to build the public with, am I great in it? Am I good with it? So don't be in a hurry to say, I want to build the public because Adeze said this. Adeze will not be there when you begin to do the things you're not doing right too. While you're building the public, go back to the back end. Complete those trainings. You see all those 10 and 15 trainings you registered for this year. And Stray Bullets will touch everybody today. You see all those trainings you people registered for that you did not complete. Go and complete them. Go and complete them. I know you have too much money that you were just registering for everything that came to your timeline. Go and sit your butts down and complete them. Let's start from there. Before you even think of building anything you want to build in the public, go and complete them, because you cannot build what is faulty. Imagine now, you're in this scenario now, you having uncompleted courses is that cement that you have mixed with too much water. When you want to build block and build house with that thing, by the time it reaches roofing, everything will fall on your head. That's because the foundation, not just the foundation, the mixing was faulty. So go first. Let's start with you going to complete all those courses that you started and you did not finish. Then when you finish, learn the tools, learn everything that you were taught, all the tools and everything. Learn them thoroughly. Learn them into those things. If they have trainings or certifications, do them. If they have academy, complete them. If they have different features, make sure you have explored all those features. I used to tell people that when they reach out to me and say, I don't know if I'm at the point where I can start applying for jobs, I ask them one question. What's the question? I'll ask them, how good are you with Airtable? They'll say, I'm very good. I'll say, good. How many of the features have you explored? And they'll start stuttering. Because all they did was link table, roll up, formula, scripting, automation, and they feel like they are done. You cannot be good at that thing. You're scared to apply for that job because you've not explored all the tools, all the features in that tool, that when a client brings a project, you are frightened. I say, this thing is not possible now. But you're saying it out of ignorance because it's actually possible. The only problem is that you did not sit down to really explore all the features in that tool for you to know that there's a possibility in it. You wouldn't have found yourself in a situation where you're telling a client it's not possible. If you had finished that course, like when you pick a tool, do it, finish it pali to pali, turn it upside down, shake it. Let it be that when you check it out, there's nothing left outstanding for you to learn. When you have done that, that is when, in fact, when you finish, there's something we have. You will have some level of confidence. You say, me self, I don't try. I can beat my chest and say, I have learned this thing well. So that when a client brings a project, before you tell the client that, it's not possible to run on a scripting or automation that can delete duplicates, you will know that you have encountered that and you have done it. Are we together? So it's not enough to come to LinkedIn when you start learning Airtable and say, I'm excited to say that I started learning Airtable. My sister, I don't know if brothers are here. My sister, my brothers, have you finished learning that Airtable back to back before you start looking for a job? You're wondering why clients are not reaching out to you because the projects you are building are basic projects. Your mates are there building workflows that are flying aeroplane in the air, and you're there building the one that is using tire to roll on the floor. How do you expect to get the same result as those people? It's not possible. So when you are building, it's okay to start small. I'm not disputing the fact that you can't start small. It's totally fine. I don't neglect the building the starting stage of building progress, right? But don't stay at that spot forever. And when you wanted to start and when you started as a child, you first started by crawling. Did you crawl all your life? Did you crawl all your life? You certainly did not. At some point, you staggered in your attempt to walk. Then you started walking. Then you became a menace to your parents by running up and down and breaking things in the house. After breaking, you started running more than the one that they told you not to run. And now, you're even tired of you running. What am I trying to say? Life is in stages. So is your building. While you start small, don't stay at that stage forever. The next thing you should be asking yourself is that this particular craft that I started small, how can I improve on it to be better? Don't get overwhelmed or don't get intimidated by other people when they are building stuff that are big. You should be challenged instead. There's a difference between intimidation and being challenged. Pick the latter. When you see a thing that you cannot do, it should challenge you and not intimidate you. Intimidation are for people with inferiority complex. You're intimidated because you feel like you cannot do it. It's for people that are big now. It's for people that are influencer. It's for people that you say you cannot be among the people that it is for. Did they forbid your head for being among the people it is for? When you see such a thing, you tell yourself, okay, if this person could do this thing like this, let me understand their workflow. Let me understand the tool they use. Let me enter YouTube. Let me watch a video. Let me attempt it. And that is how you improve. I will say it again. When you ever find yourself being intimidated by anybody, first ask yourself, every spirit of inferiority complex, I bind and cast you in the name of Jesus. When you have binded it, then you now go back and see how you can change that spirit to a spirit of being motivated, being challenged, and being intimidated. I told you people that I did not come here to respect anybody. I came with Koboko. Okay?
Please wipe us.
Hit you. Hit you. I'm not sorry. I'm not even going to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm not sorry anything. Okay? I want to challenge you so that you go back. You sit down and ask yourself, what have I been doing with my life? We have 3 months to finish the year. It's barely even 3 months. But do you know that a lot can change in 3 months? It's exactly 1 year I learned automation myself. It's exactly 1 month I learned automation. But when I started learning automation, I learned from October, and by November, I landed my first job. That was what 10 hours a day gave me. 10 hours of study. I said recently, my husband was telling me that you are not reading like you used to read that time. What happened? I said, who done the chop money? No, they do 10 hours again. He was just laughing. I mean, you cannot want my kind of results and not be ready to put in the kind of sleepless nights I put in. You need to see me. I was sick back to back. But I started making the money even before with him. The plan was, let me freestyle and maybe start applying for jobs on Upwork before I start getting jobs and start applying fully in January. Before January, I had done up to 4 automation jobs. Before January, I had done up to 4 automation jobs. And that happened in 3 months. That happened in 3 months. That is why I can bet that it is possible for you to change your life in the next 3 months. I'm not a motivational speaker. Mercy and I belong to a group, so she knows my story firsthand. I'm not the perspire to aspire kind of person. It's not my kind of thing. It's not me. So whatever I'm telling you here are things I have done, things that have worked for me. And if you work for Daisy, who you? Not who are you? Who are you? Let me use my Port Harcourt slang on you. Who are you that cannot work on your head? It can work for you too. The only difference is your strategy. If you're only willing to put in the work, if you're ready to put in the work, you will get massive change in your life. It's not enough for you people to be fired up when I finish talking now. You know, for those of us that are Christians here, when you go to church, the pastor preach that time, you're so solemn, you want to give your life to Christ. Before you reach out, you have lost the salvation. I don't want that to be your situation, no. Don't lose this spark of fire. I can find you in your dream. If care is not taking, don't try me. Your dream, if care is not taking. Oh, keep this fire, the energy you are having now. Keep up the energy. Even after you have left here, let us go into record that in the history of your 10, 20 years in this life, 40 years in this life, 30 years in this life, for once, you changed something in your life within the last 3 months before the year ended.
My goodness, God, this is a challenge. Wow. Go ahead, ma'am.
I think I've spoken enough. Let me hand over to Mercy.
You have struck a chord.
Mercy, I hand over to you at this point. Oh my God.
Wow. Let me get on camera. Sorry guys. Wow. I started laughing and my jaws are aching till This last one, in fact, wow. Oh my God. I don't know what to say again, my people. Hey, geez. I know I used to, there's nothing I've not told my student. And okay, now this meeting is open to both my student and outsiders. So I made it very open. So, like most of my students, they will tell you that I used to, one even confessed that I used to appear in their dreams to motivate. Yes, that's 3 days ago. What said I came to her dream and I was telling her this proposal that you even submitted, you myself, look at it. Is this what I taught you? Is this? So, wow. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. I think we should just go. Let's just go. And like in the group, we were gisting and I said, one was asking me, did you tell her this in my life story? I said, no. I only told her to come and resurrect dead bones because and I'm not kidding, they must have heard all of this before now. Or maybe not exactly the way it was put. But Kai, let's take questions. Let's take questions. And thank you so much, Favor, Adeze and Favor. I don't know if Favor is still here. Favor and Adeze. It was such an awesome session. It was. It was really. And I'm ending this meeting exactly by 6, just like I promised her. It's not easy to bring the two of them together. It's not. Yeah. So many questions. I think we should not even take questions again because she has virtually said everything. Everything you need to go and run and do. I think we should not take questions because I have a lot of hands up. And yeah, but let me just take the first 3 people. Gina Oti. Please just go straight to the point. Like, you know how they used to say in testimony time, what happened and what did Jesus do? So yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much. Wow. I am trying to recover so that I can frame. I have it here, but everything Adeze said has kind of thrown me off. But I will still gather myself and ask my question. So, as a newbie, why trying to start out building in public and everything? I wanted to know, is it right for the projects you want to, you mentioned that we should tell the story in such a way that they can't tell the difference between a client, real life client work project and a demo project that's, So my question is it right to send out some companies are information sensitive. Is it right to just use the project you've built for a client and then put it out there for them to see, for people to see? Because these clients, I think they sign confidentiality or something like that. So after building this project, how do we package in such a way that it will not be an issue for them? Please, okay. I think that's what I want to know.
Yeah, so I have a couple of portfolios which I built that were real clients projects, but I had to record a video on it. What I did was to change the data. So I usually, if it's a workflow that I share, especially if it's a video that concerns showing data, I usually mention in my post or even in the video that this was done for a client, but I had to change the data to be able to communicate what I was able to do, just so that I can protect my client's confidentiality. I always put that caveat in my video or my post, whichever the case may be.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Ukamaka Kubike. Not fast. Anyangu Chinanu.
Please, sorry, I'm ready. Please, I just want to know her YouTube channel. I came late.
Adeze Automate, and he's on the flyer. So, Anyangu Chinanu.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you so much for this class. I think you are directly talking to me because I've actually stopped fighting for a very long time. But this section is more like a wake-up call for me. I want to ask about the portfolio. Now, for some of us that have not landed on a job, you said something about doing a video portfolio. How do we go about it? considering we don't have a real job, or is there a demo? Can someone do a demo portfolio kind of? That's just my
Portfolios are
question.
done from demos. I landed my first automation job from doing a demo portfolio. I didn't have a real job. You can get tax to do either from Upwork or other freelancing platforms. You can get tax from ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT to generate one from you. You can get tax from anything around you. You can come up with something from your head. But when you are presenting it, please don't tell us that you got it from ChatGPT. I beg you with God. Let it be like it's a real project, right? But I think
Okay.
if you were to ask me in order of priority of where you can get the best project, Upwork will be my option because those are where real clients are putting out real problems, right? Not charging just spin up something for you. So Upwork will be your first option. Then in case those where you're really looking for no other option.
Sorry, where is this noise coming from? All right, you can stay mute. Thank you. Your question has been
Okay, thank you
answered.
very much. Yes, thank you very much.
All right. So Chinonso Ogumerobi. Maybe I should just be pronouncing the first names. Go ahead, please.
Oh yeah, that's okay. The last person asked the question that is related to my question, but then before my question, I would just like to say thank you for organizing this. This is highly appreciated. So it's with regards to video portfolio that I'm trying to ask about. Like, how do we go about doing that? Like, honestly, I know about, like putting up different types of your work to form a portfolio, but I don't know about the video portfolio or how we could go about that.
How do you do this letter?
I have a two-part videos on that is very, very extensive on my channel on video portfolio. The first episode, the first part was me explaining what your video portfolio should look like, what tools you can use to record them, what you can use to edit them, and how I even did a demo of how you can what you can say in your video portfolio. Then the part two was me doing a walkthrough video, like a demo video, showing you how to do a demo video, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay,
Let
thank
me
you. I'll look
see
that up.
let me see if I can fetch that link now and just put it in the chat so that it's easy for people to, find. So, Messi, please, you can go ahead with the next question while I find that.
Yes. Okay. So the next person is Favor.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Daisy, what do you say to a freelancer who has learned eventually like a lot of skills and now confused on what to go with? Thank you.
You have to start from somewhere, really. Which one interests you, or which one do you find um what do they call it now? Is it fascinating for you to start learning? You have to start from somewhere. That's the honest truth. So you have so much skills. Are they related to each other? If they are not related to each other, then you might have to consider starting with one at a time. Then maybe probably building on them later. I'm taking up on the others later, but you can't do all at the same time. Because if you have to sharpen your skill in something in one of them, you have to give it your whole time. So you have to pick one at a time. Which one do you want to start training with? Which one is of interest to you? I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. So the next and the last person is Azonta Ezanoro.
Good evening. So, my question is, I just finished learning automation, and honestly, I love automation and everything about it. But at the long run, like everything became overwhelming. I can't even watch the videos that I had. I like it seems so competitive. I've been applying for jobs on Upwork. It's not working. I started building in public, even on YouTube. But at the same time, I say make I kukuma go back to virtual assistant. At least those ones I can confidently do. But deep down, I know that I'm good with automation, though I'm not perfect yet. So what do you suggest I do? I'm even confused. Like, I'm confused. I need to start landing jobs, but even before I send my proposal, the whole thing is filled up and they won't even get to view it. So it's kind of frustrating. What do you recommend I do? Thank you.
Okay. You're already a virtual assistant, so I would suggest that why don't you add your automation skill in addition to that? Being that there are people that actually specialize as AI automation specialists like myself, then there are people who are just doing virtual assistants alone. Imagine having those two skills as combo. That's not something that is very common with virtual assistants. So offer your virtual assistant skill with automation needs, right? You're not just only being a virtual assistant now, you're also helping your clients to automate things. So that could be your tagline. You could coin out a tagline around being a different, what makes you different from every other virtual assistant. If you can just add, what makes me different from others is because I'm not just a virtual assistant, but I'm a virtual assistant that helps you automate your processes, right? Not many virtual assistants are combining the both. It's either virtual assistants are migrating totally to AI automation, or they are not even taking advantage of it at all. You can marry both and it can work. You can marry both. In fact, it helps you stand out, because if others are not doing this, at least maybe not now that maybe more people are hearing it and might want to try it, right? You can marry both and it will help you stand out. Another thing you can do is that you can find a way as a virtual assistant to build automations that helps or enhances what virtual assistants would normally do. For instance, if your work, as for example, is cleaning emails and organizing your client's email, you can tell your clients that, hey, I'm not like any other. Oh no, let me not put it that way. While other virtual assistants might take 3 hours to clean up your email, I'll build an automation that will clean up your email in 5 minutes. Why you should hire me, or why I'm a best fit, is that I marry both skills together, because I have the experience of doing this manually as a virtual assistant, and I have the experience of automating it. Bringing both together makes you know that I understand perfectly how to fix your problem.
Yes. So that brings me to this question. Okay. I know I'm not in automation, but basically most of you guys' job are project-based job. So like this example you cited now, let's say I'm a virtual assistant, I'm just a new hire, and I came and I said, I don't want to be doing this email cleaning for hours every day, like daily routine. I want to automate it. Would that not have a way of affecting my job, because I was actually hired to be doing this maybe weekly or monthly? Understand? So
No,
that not.
So why I feel like it will know is because your clients has this psychology that you've come to save them money. So they'll be looking for you to automate every other thing for them. The only difference I would say is that if you are charging $10 per hour as a virtual assistant, up your price to do what you have to do, combining both skills together. It's okay if your client if you don't have to earn so much from your client, it's okay for your client to feel like you have saved them money. Do you know what that does for you? They could refer you, and you can now build a niche around that you are I don't know, I want to find one fancy word, an automation virtual assistant, something like that all you do to help clients who would ordinarily hire virtual assistants to automate their processes. Why you feel like you're the best fit is because you are an experienced virtual assistant, and while you would love to work for your clients doing this work, you feel like your clients should be able to save money. All you can now do is to maybe pitch maintenance. They should put you on a retainer to be maintaining the workflow and all that. Exactly. Instead of doing one client.
Exactly.
You can do one client, automating this process.
Virtual automate. Someone said virtual automate.
It's a niche on its own that I'm not sure anybody has tapped in. This is a niche on his own, that you are helping clients. Your own, why other people are doing for construction, HR, everything. Your own is to automate repetitive tasks because you are not just building workflows. You were once a virtual assistant and you feel like you want to. Automation is to cut down manual time and also save money. Do you understand? You're saving the client money. Tell the client that I would have loved to eat your money. I would have loved to earn up out of you. But I prefer that if you can automate this and save more money, save up to 90% of your money, it also helps you to save and make more revenue. That client will sing your praises to more people. And you can now make that your business.
Yes, it does. You really drive that home. And that reminds me of what I did for my clients. Initially, I was hired in July to just recruit, like a recruiting, like even in the Upwork contract, it's just a recruiting assistant, a part-time. It was a part-time, and you guys do not believe that I've been working like full-time hours. It was just to hire like three spaces. And so when I went in, I didn't just go as someone who would just go and hire persons and bring them to the team. So the first thing I discovered was their CRM, the one they were using, wasn't serving them. And there was a lot of disparities in communication amongst the team members. I couldn't even get across, like it was a toggle. So what I did is to suggest CRM to the whole company. And do you know what I did? I not only suggested it, I subscribed it, I trained the whole company, everyone in the company, on how to use monday.com. And any little, in fact, I'm no longer even the HR, I'm also the project manager. So any little thing my client would say, the person have any problem with projects, tasks and everything, said, go to Mercy, report to Mercy. You know, this is what she's talking. This is how you would stay and remain in a job. So I know I don't want to take the spotlight. I want to allow my speaker to talk. So, but I know I've been telling my students, those are my students, and many of them are not asking those questions. But yeah, the floor is open. So Chiang will be the last person. I promise to end this exactly by 6. So sorry, Ada, for the extension of time.
No worries.
So Chiang, are you here? Are you asking? If there is no other question. So thank you so much, Ada. Thank you for coming. Thank you for gracing this community. In fact, I knew it was going to be like this. I had to make the meeting open to everyone, to all and sundry. So yeah, so thank you. I can't thank you enough. Like, I don't know if Favor is still here. Favor, thank you. These are my parties. They are my very own. In fact, Ada told me, Mercy, you know, I can't tell you no. It's just because it's you. And she has to clear her schedule to be here. And she's jumping on another meeting. So thank you so much. Thank you. I wish I can open my heart.
No problem. I can see
you see how grateful I am. Thank you. You know, we have other things going on. So yeah, so see you. And when next?
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
For you all, please. I'm rooting for you all. I love you. Even though I came with Koboko, just so that it's for
Love you so much, Ada. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
That was more than